Oh, what is this, amateur hour? Forgot my mic. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening. I know it's a little late. Okay. This is enough with the hair. Let me just get myself together. Anywho, I know it's a little late, but I just got off work and we are going to tap into the energy. Hello. Hello, Jen. Jen. I like that name. That's cute. Jen. But let me plug this thing in real quick. But we're gonna tap into the new moon in Pisces. That is happening tonight, right now, in this very moment. I know it's a little late, so thank you for everyone for joining me, staying up, getting the energy. Let me just gather myself. I'm just gonna plug this mic in just in case this one dies. Let me get really okay, great. So let's get into it, okay? So I really was not ready before I got on here, but I just got on anyways. So thirsty. Yeah, I just got off work. For those of you that don't know, I also serve tables a couple days a week, so and it was busy tonight. I was thirsty just now. Ooh wee. All right, but let's light some incense, some cones. I'm just gonna take that little guy out for a second. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for joining me. We're gonna pull some cards, get into the energy. So just the vibe that I've been feeling the past couple days, and it's kind of been a wild one. Sit with me. Just kind of realizing like I'm a soul and not attaching myself to anything. Like I literally, and this came about because I'm doing yoga training, but I'm doing it online. So I'm really taking my time with it. With all the business stuff I have going on, I can't dedicate all my time to it just to get it done real quick. But the lesson that we were learning was just like, okay, was just like how the mind works and all that stuff. And she was talking about how we are just a soul. That's who we are. We aren't, it's like I'm not Aviana, I'm not this body, I'm not even, a tarot reader, light worker at my true core. At my true core, my true essence, I am a soul. And that is like eternal. So it's just like, I don't know, like when there's been moments of honestly, really the way that it's been coming through for me was like, I like when you guys can see it, was like, I would just be sitting doing something and maybe I'd get too like intense in it or something or overthink about something. But honestly, I felt it a lot when I would just be sitting. Like I was sitting in my bed and I was like, I'm a soul. I'm not Aviana. I'm a soul. Like and again, we've kind of been talking about this energy going into the new earth and about how, you know, um we are really the first kind of timeline where the whole collective has really tapped into this energy. In the past, you've had to either die or go through a near death experience or, maybe do some sort of spiritual practice or some sort of like hallucinogen or something. But now we're kind of realizing that energy just as our own selves in our day to day lives. So I literally like would be sitting in my bed and it's almost like imagine if a dog or like an insect became conscious all of a sudden. Not that they're not conscious, but it's like started thinking like, how humans do, and started behaving in that way. It would be kind of wild for the ant or the insect or animal. It'd be like, it'd be kind of like, whoa. And that's how I was feeling. I was just like, I'm a soul. And it's like I already knew that, right? But now it's like we're really in that awareness. So as I was like sitting with it, it was really interesting too because as I was sitting with it, part of me was sad, and I knew it was my ego. I knew it was, we're getting comfortable, by the way. I hope everyone knows that. But I knew it was my ego that was sad, because my ego is used to having so much attachment to like this ascension process, this enlightenment. You know, it's usually connected with such aha moments and such like, oh my God, this big realization. And whenever I sat with the awareness and really was like, no, for real, I'm just a soul. I'm a soul. I'm not Aviana, I'm a soul. I felt like this peace. And it wasn't like intense, it wasn't overwhelming, and it wasn't like, oh, this is a beautiful realization. It was just like, that is what it is. That is my truth. That is who I am. That is what I am. I am a soul. And part of me, and I know it was my ego, was sad because my ego was like, this is what this awareness feels like. It just feels peaceful, chill, calm, almost like how people describe your intuition coming in. It felt like that, like I'm a soul. And I keep saying I'm just a soul because that kind of felt like it's that simple. It's just a soul. Okay. And it was, my ego felt sad because my ego was like, I really thought coming to this awareness would be like some like moment. And it wasn't. It was just very like, okay, that's the truth of it. This awareness comes with so much peace and like chillness. Like you feel so relaxed. Like it's like the ease that you would order a cup of coffee is the ease that I had this realization. You know what I mean? And it's probably because like coming to that realization and really shedding all sense of identity can be very jarring. So you probably do have to be at some level of ascension and awareness and enlightenment already. So maybe that's why it wasn't so jarring for me, because I already have this awareness. You know what I mean? So yeah, the ego was upset about like how relaxed that energy was, you know? The ego loves drama. Loves to make a show of it, right? Um, but also the ego was a little sad about like not being Aviana. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, I don't, it's like obviously this is a person, like I'm Aviana, like obviously I'm not like, you know, nobody anymore, right? Like, but it's just like the ego is uses this identity, this attachment as a sense of safety, as a sense of, to guide itself, to figure out where it needs to go, where it belongs. So releasing that is a little bit of a, punch to the gut for the ego. Not like hurtful, but it's just a little like, oh, you know. And it's almost like, letting go of like an old friend, or like leaving home for the first time. It's like, I'm proud of you, I'm happy for you, but it's like, I'm going to miss you. And I know you're moving on to something else. There's parts of us that will miss our less enlightened, less aware self, because it is easier, right? I mean, it's not easier like as in it doesn't bring more peace or make you happier, but it has this ease with it because it's easy to only care about yourself. It's easy to not see yourself in everyone and to judge others. It is easier, you know, but to get to the point where you've let go of all of that attachment, it feels good. And it also has this bitterness to it, you know? And I think we should be more, just kind of talk about that energy a little more, you know, about how, we talk about how lonely the ascension process is and how there's certain people you have to let go of. But like, I feel like we don't talk about how it feels to really let go of the ego, you know? Because it's like, it's not like I grew up in some sort of like special community or had certain values and morals bestowed upon me from super cool hippie parents. Like I've grown up with a lot of ego. I used a lot of these things to guide myself and to keep myself safe, and I know that I don't need them anymore, and I'm proud of myself for that. But there's also, a part of me that is a little, not, I guess it's just a little sadness, but it's not even like that much sadness. But I guess just, just allow that sadness, allow that, it's like a mourning period, letting go of a certain chapter, a certain perception of your life, you know? It's like whenever you have to take accountability for how you're feeling and how you show up, it's like realizing, dang, I can't blame traffic for my attitude anymore. I'm accountable for my attitude. And that comes with a level of sadness because you're like, dang, now I have to really be responsible for my own self. But then there is that once you get used to it, you get happy and you get excited. And it's actually, the grass is greener on this side, you know? That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. All right, so I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, I am going to just kind of get some Palo Santo and cleanse the decks a little bit. And then we're going to shuffle and get into it. All right, and for those of you that are joining me for the first time, my name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, my YouTube channel, my business. It's grown into a lot more than just a YouTube channel. I do, classes, ceremonies, tarot readings. I make meditations, affirmations, all sorts of stuff. So, and all of it is based on my own ascension and healing journey. All the practices I use to heal myself are the practices I utilize for others on YouTube, in classes, in my ceremonies, wherever. So thank you guys for joining me, sharing your energy with me. I'm grateful to have you here. Let's get some of the mist. I don't use the mist a lot, so let's use it today. But yeah, just got off work. I also serve tables a couple days a week, but my business has been growing, so I don't have to serve tables as much. So that's something I'm very grateful for. I need to organize my life. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's just kind of shuffle up the cards a bit. And let's see what's going on. We have the new moon in Pisces tonight. I'm going to be using the Moonology deck to tap into that energy. And we have the Glow in the Dark Tarot here for the tarot. All right, let's get the vibes going. New moon in Pisces. What is the energy? What is coming our way? How will this be affecting us? Please and thank you. All right, what just popped into my head is super weird. It's like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And to be fair, I do watch that show. I like reality TV because I don't have drama in my actual life, so I like to watch it through television. And I used to watch that stuff with my mom growing up too. But anyways, it's just making me think like Kyle Richards crying. Like somebody may feel very emotional, or you guys may have gone through something very emotional recently. Because I'm just thinking of, okay, so whatever it is that is emotional that you've been through, know that it is leading you to a very, like it's going to free you, Like it may feel like a weighing down situation. It may feel like you're stuck, but know that this is what you need to free yourself, to reclaim your power, to use your voice. Okay, because I'm thinking of a couple seasons ago. So Kyle Richards is Kathy Hilton's sister. If you know Paris Hilton, Kathy is her mom. Okay, so that's who we're talking about. And okay, pause. And recently, a couple seasons ago, whatever, Kyle and Kathy got into it, and it, for me, it felt like the first time Kyle actually stood up to her sister, because Kathy's the older sister, and obviously Kathy didn't like that, and it caused a big rift between them. But due to Kyle finally standing up to her sister, then she just kind of had a whole transformation in her life. She started working out, she quit drinking, and it wasn't like she was an alcoholic, but she just didn't like the way it made her feel. um, Especially, if you have mental health issues, it's already a depressant, so but she was getting tattoos, she was speaking up for herself, like she had a whole 180, right? So for some of you guys, that could be your situation. There could have been like a big, maybe upset or something that happened to you where it was very overwhelming, but that's what you needed to start this new journey, to free yourself, all that good stuff. All right, so let's get into it. I like to find the card and see what's around it. Let's see. So we got the new moon in Pisces. 14 minutes in, not too bad. Okay. Here it is. See, yeah, fierce. Okay, so we have the new moon in Pisces, which is meditate and contemplate, and I will be reading that out of the book. Okay, so right behind it is be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. So like I was saying, I definitely feel like a lot of us are going to be breaking out of certain comfort zones, certain places that maybe others put us and that we just kind of went along to get along. Whether this is like going towards a person, a new opportunity, a new way of being, starting new habits. Some of you guys, my manager at work, she's starting school. I'm starting new, endeavors in my business. So there could be new things like that where you're just having to like go after it. You know, it's like you're not going to have the reassurance of no doubt or knowing exactly what's going to come next or even having all the resources or skills you think you need. But that's not what this situation requires. It requires you to be bold and make the first move and just go after it. Fierce. I like it. And then right in front of this is you are good enough full moon in Virgo. And I feel like we recently had a full moon in Virgo, like a couple months ago. We definitely did. Maybe it was even last month. Mm, I don't remember when, but I feel like we did. Definitely, I know we did. So yeah, you are good enough full moon in Virgo. You know, just not letting your past hold us back. That's basically it. We're not letting the past hold us back. We're going after it and we're realizing that we deserve blessings, we deserve a new chapter, we deserve a positive energy. So we're not holding ourselves back anymore. Even if we are scared, we're just doing it anyways. Do it scared, okay? But one thing you're not going to do is not do it. We're not going to fumble the bag. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Okay, so we have New Moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Let's talk about it. All right. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. Ooh. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. What's interesting though is because I kind of mentioned that like we're the first timeline to have this awareness, this enlightenment without having to die or be in an altered state or have a near death experience. So for some of us, it could be like some sort of energy like that, just kind of becoming more enlightened. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard because the words of your soul in your heart could bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Yeah, so Pisces is the last sign. And I feel like new moons, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not even going to lie. I feel like it's about like letting go, new starts, new beginnings. I don't know, something big's coming through. And with be bold and make the first move and you are good enough, I definitely feel like once you guys put more intention, or I feel like you guys have been putting intention and action behind something and behind uplifting yourself as well, because I feel like that's a big part of it too. And I feel like because of that, now we're all ready for the new start, for the new energy. And also, I was literally just in my room or in my closet, putting my jewelry on, and I was saying to myself, okay, I don't need any more like rings or crystals or anything because it's not these things that provide me with the tools and the magic. It's myself, you know? So I feel like, yeah, you're realizing the magic really comes from you. You are the catalyst for the change. You are good enough. And now you're making the moves you need to make. Sorry, my nails are chipped. That's so lame. All right, let's keep it going. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Use your feelings. Don't think, feel. Additional meanings for this card. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Cute. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Don't be deceived, okay? But yeah, I definitely feel like this new moon is all about facing our fears. And I feel like with the sense of detachment that I was kind of talking about earlier, with like realizing that like I'm just a soul, I'm not Aviana, I'm a soul, you know, some of us could just be detaching from certain fears, certain perspectives, certain narratives that kept us held back as well. All right, so the teaching. Pisces is a sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Absolutely. Let your emotions out. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's like a big letting go. And whether it's because some of us, this may come out as like somebody letting go of you, or maybe being let go of a job or something like that. And in that sense, you're being freed as well, because sometimes other things have to let us go because we don't want to let them go. And even though it may hurt, it frees you to go towards what you're meant to go towards, you know? Years. Get some more coffee. Oh, it's burning. Hold on. I forgot this had something in it. Hold on, mates. Here we go. That's fine. Roasted on top of it. Oh, I'm burning myself. All right. It's worth it though. Love the smoke. Okay, let's keep going. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're just gonna pull some moonology cards, see what else is coming through for this new moon in Pisces. Please and thank you. And then we will tap into the tarot. Oh, okay, okay. That's insane. All right. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, we have nothing will come of this situation. So a lot of us are being let go of, or we're letting go of something that just it's time to let go. Like there's nothing that will come of it, nothing that's it's time to go. Okay, expect powerful change and nothing is yet set in stone. So for some of you guys, you could have already been experiencing this like let go, and it may be, making you feel a little disappointed, making you feel like, oh, I'm never going to meet somebody, or I'm never going to have the job, or no, you know, that's when, change is coming. Okay. Emotions are running high and adjustments are required. And what do you need to release? Yeah. Just know that whatever is being let go of, it's being let go of so better can come in. Okay. More blessings, more abundance, something that's more in alignment, all that good stuff. Let's get some more water. All right. So yeah, we have believe in the impossible, blue moon, have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, and hold your vision, fixed moon. All three of these cards are about like your dreams coming true, the impossible happening. So some of us may have been like banking on a certain expectation, a certain situation, a certain person being the answer for our dreams, being the fulfillment we were looking for. But as soon as we like let something go, or as soon as something walks out of our lives, that's whenever our actual fulfillment comes in. So it's like you're being asked to not settle. You're being asked to believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in your desires, believe it can happen, but realize that it might not happen with the person, in the place, with the setting, with whatever narrative story you told yourself. That's okay. That's okay. Things are allowed to change and adapt. You're allowed to change and adapt. If I still had the same, you know, narrative that I told myself when I was little, I'd be a teacher. No thanks. And technically, I am a teacher in different ways, but like I was picturing school teacher, and that's not what I want to do. You know what I mean? So it's like allow yourself to go through changes and have different paths, because it will be better for you. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. I have a feeling that like some of us are like putting off some sort of discussion, or putting off being honest about something, or just like getting something off of our chest. And maybe because we're worried about how somebody will react or how somebody will take something, or maybe you're worried about how it will affect you. But I feel like when outcome is forecast, everything's going to be okay. You have to be honest. You have to be honest and forthright. I don't use that word a lot, so I don't even know who that is, but okay. Let's keep it going. Let's get into the tarot. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the overall theme for this new moon. We have the Seven of Swords, the Death card, the Chariot, the Sun card, the Moon card, the Five of Swords. Boy, okay. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. These cards are so thick, it's hard to like pull them apart. Nine of Wands, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, I definitely get the feeling that something happened. Somebody was being shady, something was suspicious. Okay, with the Seven of Swords, the Death card, it's like it could have been you guys, could have been somebody else, but there was somebody who just may not have been completely honest, or just the best character, whatever. At the end of the day, there was an ending because somebody was being shady or suspicious. Okay. Like it's like somebody saw something clearly. Yeah, we have the moon and the sun. It's like somebody was in the dark and now you can see everything clearly, you know? And whether that was like you were in the dark and now you know how you want to move, whatever. But yeah, the Chariot, it's like action is being taken now. Lessons have been learned, things have been realized. Yeah, it's like Five of Swords. It's like somebody could have been selfish or just inconsiderate. Yeah, it's like these two energies, the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, like somebody was no good. Okay. And maybe somebody not being good to you made you decide to be selfish, and you're like, you know what, I'm leaving, no questions asked. I don't care what you need. I'm out, kind of thing. Which I mean, listen, mess around and find out, you found out, right? But Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, whatever the situation was, it got you to like start on a new journey. And with the pages, this could be like a new job, a new like home, environment, whatever. You might not feel like you have all the skills, all the resources, everything you need, but it's like you didn't really have a choice. You had to go. It's time to move on, you know? And this change, even though it may have been brought on in a very uncomfortable way, is very necessary. Let's see what's going on for this new moon in Pisces. That's an aggressive amount of cards. I don't like that. All right. I'm good with that. Okay, yeah, we have the High Priestess, the Two of Wands. Yeah, High Priestess is Pisces energy. So a lot of us like could be feeling very intuitive. Like there could have been like your intuition, your psychic spidey senses, could have been kicking in, telling you about something or somebody. Okay. But yeah, Two of Wands, it's like I feel like you used your intuition to make a decision here. You could have been at a crossroads. Yeah, like Five of Wands. I feel like you were, just maybe in your head a lot, overthinking about something, or just very confused, conflicted. This could have been like because of like some sort of stability reason. Like maybe like you're like, oh, well, this person brings me stability, this job brings me stability, wherever you live, whatever, whatever. But yeah, it was time to like walk away from something. Or maybe like some of you guys might be worried about restarting as well. But I'd rather restart than like not be fulfilled and happy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just feel like you're using your intuition to guide you at this time. All right. Tell me about this Two of Wands. We have the Page of Wands and Temperance. Okay. Okay, so with Temperance, the Page of Wands, so this could be like deciding if you, it's like you're deciding if you want to tell somebody something. And with Temperance, it could be like a sense of coming together, or maybe you've like realized something, learned some lessons, and now you're ready to like come together with peace, as in like you care about your peace. That's first priority. We have the Ten of Cups, the Three of Wands. It's like, yeah, I feel like you're ready to move towards emotional fulfillment, happiness. I feel like you don't want to be tied to any blockages or low vibrations anymore. Yeah, it's like you're ready to listen to your heart, ready to go towards fulfillment and blessings and abundance. Let's look at this Temperance card. Because, yeah, I feel like you have like a healed energy. The collective I'm reading for, I feel like there's a healed energy around you guys. And so now you're ready to like, just be, in that energy more, You're done learning the lessons, compromising your peace. And so I feel like you're going to like start setting boundaries or something here. Okay, this is crazy. There we go. I just needed more room. All right. Tell me about this Temperance energy. Okay, yeah. We have the King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Five of Wands. Yeah. I feel like you guys could have stuck around with something because of the sense of security and stability, you know? Like maybe you didn't want to leave this person because they helped you out financially. Maybe you didn't want to leave this job because of the salary or the benefits. Maybe having to work like for yourself was like a big leap. Yeah, it's like a sense of like just sticking around, tolerating something because of the security it provides. And it's like it got to a point where like you were having like issues morally, not that like I don't think guys were like compromising parts of yourself or anything, but it's like you were compromising like your sleep, compromising your like your what is the word? Like why am I blanking on that? It's like your value of life, not your value of life, but it's like your how you lived life. It was going down basically. Like you were compromising that, your health, compromising like time with family. Some of you happiness you were compromising. Yeah, I feel like there is a realization that you don't have to compromise so much of yourself for success, for stability. This is, yeah, so the energy coming in with this new moon has a lot to do with understanding that, like, you don't have to ignore your heart, ignore your intuition for stability. You can follow your heart, go towards your passion, live a happy life, treat yourself, and still have stability. It's all about a mindset, okay? Because, and if we're talking stability, like, just money is just energy. It comes and goes. And if you say to yourself, I'm rich, I have everything I need, I'm abundant, that's the energy you will be in. But if you tell yourself, I'm struggling, I'm poor, I'm in debt, whatever, whatever, that's the energy you'll be in. I'm not saying, you have to live with like your head in the sand. No, it's not to say like be thousands of dollars in debt and not pay attention to it. But I'm just saying you don't have to, don't be so attached to it. And that's the whole point of coming together and realizing that you're just a soul. And that's why I was realizing that. Because some of you guys, you're so attached to these things that you don't even like that they're getting you bogged down. So instead of doing that, resonate with the things that are actually you. Because really, at the end of the day, the only thing you take with you, not even this body, is your soul, right? And more of us have to realize that and not stress so much about this material, this physical. Because none of this would be here if that soul wasn't here, right? So you can't put so much attachment to it and so much importance on it and think that that's what drives you and that's what brings you security. It's you that brings you security. It's your energy, it's your mindset, it's your soul. You choose to be a secure person or not. You create your own reality. You know what I'm saying? You really do. Your thoughts become your words, become like actions, intentions, builds character. Exactly. Fake it till you make it. Exactly. And don't even think of it as like you're faking it, because it's almost, it's no, it's what's even better is be delulu until it comes tralulu or whatever the fuck people say. I don't remember, but it's like be so delusional about it that there is no other choice but for it to be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me give you an example. So, I'm somebody who, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. Like, there's no trust funds anywhere for me. Like my parents, wouldn't even be able to like pay for me to go to school kind of thing, you know? Um, so whenever I started my own business, and especially having it be so unconventional, and like nowadays, tarot and like holistic, oh my goodness, tarot and holistic healing are a lot more widely used. But when I first started my business like 7 years ago, or first started my channel, even, I was a little nervous. But I knew it was my business and I knew it was my purpose. I knew it. Like nobody could tell me different, right? So I, have grown my business a lot. I do classes and more services and events. And so I don't need to work as much at my 9 to 5. So a part of me, was initially worried about taking this leap, but the more, and mind you, it's been a few months now, so I've gotten, used to it. But like I realize whenever I'm, needing money, the universe will come in and provide for me. Okay, so let me give an example. So I had my rent coming up, okay? And I was like, ooh, maybe I should pick up a shift because funds are looking a little low and I don't want to dip into my savings. So I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pick up a shift, because the last time I picked up a shift, I got a ceremony booked for that same day. And I was like, I can't go to work now because I need to do my ceremony. And it all worked out. Right. But it's like, that was just another example of like, don't pick up that shift because I got you from the universe. And then I decided not to pick up the shift the other time. And I was doing readings for like this girl's birthday, and because they were taking a little long at dinner, her parents paid me extra, like double what I asked for almost. So it's like the more you trust that the universe will take care of you in whatever way stability matters to you, the more it will. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Fake it till you make it. Okay. So let's talk about it. So we have, the star card, the Knight of Wands. It's like we're going towards healing. Allow yourself to follow your passion, follow your impulses, follow your third eye. Allow yourself to trust yourself, trust the universe, trust that you are here to be taken care of, because you are. You don't, and that's another thing, you don't have to struggle to succeed. That's not true. That's something we've been taught. That's something our parents believed a lot, our grandparents especially. You know what I mean? But Can I request a strange tarot? Um, I don't know what that means. Um, but basically, like, hold on, I just got distracted. Hold on, it'll come back. Okay, yeah, you don't have to struggle to succeed. So, yeah, it's like if you allow it to be fun, if you allow yourself to listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, follow your passion, you will be rewarded for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only 26 years old and I pretty much work for myself, right? You know, like, and I'm growing more and doing more endeavors now. And it's just because I believed in myself. You know what I mean? Like there was no guarantee, there was no fallback plan. And I understand not everyone will feel comfortable, like, taking days off or whatever to go after their business if they don't have a savings. But it's like, do you trust yourself or not? Do you believe this is going to work or not? Is this something you're passionate about or not? Is this your purpose or not? If you don't believe it, nothing and no one else will believe it either, you know? But know that you don't have to fight for stability. You don't have to struggle for that. You don't have to compromise yourself for stability. That's the biggest thing. And don't be so attached to these feelings of instability. Don't be so attached to that debt. Don't be so attached to those student loans in the mortgage or whatever. Those things aren't you, okay? Like, these things aren't real. At the end of the day, none of this is real. We're just kicking it on this earth and we're just souls. You know what I'm saying? Like you could literally create your own reality. So if you don't want to be in debt and broke, act like you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you want to treat yourself to something, do it because you will be rewarded. It's what you put out is what you get back. So if you're scared to give money and spend money, then money's going to be scared to come to you. If you're scared to, take a day off, then relaxation is going to be scared to come to you. And you'll keep yourself stuck on this hamster wheel you've created. You know, recognize who you are, you know, and shift your perspective on stability. For some of you, this could come from like daddy issues or like maybe like your dad was super frugal because there's a lot of masculine energy here. That's why I'm saying that. I don't know. I don't know. I actually do know, but anyways. Okay, let's keep it going. And you're good. I just don't know what that means, a strange tarot. I just don't know what that means. That's all. I don't know. Like, do you have a strange question? As long as you keep it PG and, you know, I could get a tarot for Vladimir Putin and his intentions regarding the conflict in Ukraine. Every time I ask other readers, they say no. That sounds fun. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it at the end of the reading, so stick around for it. But I'm intrigued. So, twisted my arm. Yeah, I don't mind. But I don't want people to think that this is a free reading situation all the time. It's simply not just because I run a business, but I don't mind pulling for that. I think that sounds fun. Okay, not like it sounds like a great fun idea like what they're doing over there. That's not fun. Not cash money, but seeing the answer sounds fun. Okay, so let's keep going. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, which I love. This is about knowing your worth, knowing your value, and this is about feeling secure, stable, but also being generous, helping out because you have enough. This is being abundant, feeling like you have everything, knowing your worth, knowing your value. Okay? That I'm about to throw up. This is beautiful with the Empress. Oh, with the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Let me show you guys. That's what we're moving towards. Okay. We're about to be moving towards stability, towards peace of mind. We're not going to be, pinching pennies, worrying, checking our bank accounts, overworking ourselves. That's not what the new earth is about. We were never meant to be like that. Now, to be fair, it happened because sometimes you have to be away from you have to be out of alignment so much sometimes to appreciate coming back into it. You know what I mean? There's ebb and flows, highs and lows of it all. And we're about to be into a very high season for humanity and planet Earth, right? And that's why sometimes it feels like it's going the opposite way because things have to be cleared. We're in the clearing stage, right? So honestly, we're not in the clearing stage anymore. I don't feel that. We're definitely in the we're in the stage where our physical is about to match the energy we've been dealing with, we've been putting out. So I feel like a lot of us, we've been doing that work, we've been making those changes, and now it's about to match and show up in the physical. Because the physical is the last to change, the physical is the last to prove to us what the energy is and how our hard work's been paying off, right? That's why you have to pay attention to so many other things. And that's why you can't be so attached to the physical. You can't use the physical as a way to decide for yourself, is this the right thing? Because it's the last change, right? But I'm telling you guys now, it's about to show up. We're about to have a lot of abundance. Our hard work is paying off. For those of you that don't know, I do have a newsletter. I titled it Your Hard Work is Paying Off. Okay, and that was before I tapped into this energy, obviously, because I'm doing it now. So, highly encourage anyone who's picking up what I'm putting down, check out the newsletter. You can just go to my website, avianasascension.com, to join. And I only send out newsletters every couple weeks. I'm not like blowing up your email because that's annoying. I don't like when people do that. Okay, but let's talk about it. The Empress, the Six of Pentacles. Like I'm telling you guys, this is the energy we're about to be in. Do you see how beautiful that is? How abundant this is? You're about to be in a position where you can help others. Things are becoming more balanced. Okay. So for those of you that have struggled, that have had to like work really hard, know that it's balancing out. Okay. The world always balances itself out if you allow it. Okay. So don't tell yourself these thinking traps, these falsehoods of you're meant to struggle. It has to be hard. You have to overwork. You don't have to. I had to adjust myself as well, because I was overworking myself, but I had to pull myself away, and I'm grateful that what I do is spiritual work because this shit you can't overwork yourself, it won't allow you. You'll freak out. I know I did. I had a panic attack on Christmas Eve at work because I was overworking myself. I was working too much, working at the restaurant, working here, doing this, doing that, and even with the days off I have now, I still don't force myself to overwork with my business. Like I force myself to be done at a certain time or to only focus on certain things. I force myself to have me days. And eventually I won't resonate so much with that fear and that lack and that scarcity. So it won't be like forcing myself. And honestly, it really hasn't felt that like that recently. There's been like a couple moments here and there where I'll like, maybe overthink a bit, but when you compare it to how I used to be, I've come a long way, and I feel like we all have because we are all one, right? Okay. Okay, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Five of Cups. I like it. Yeah, it's like I feel like we're going from disappointment, counting what we're missing, and then we're shifting to focusing on what we do have. We go from looking at the glass half empty to half full, from pessimism to optimism. And it's simply a choice. And we're realizing that. We're realizing that we can choose to look at what we don't have or to look at what we do have. And the more you look at what you do have, the more you look at what you can be grateful for, the more gratitude and positive energy will show up. What you focus on becomes your reality. So if you don't want lack, don't focus on what you're lacking. And know that it is a practice. It's not something that like, oh, I decide I'm going to do this and that's the way it's going to be. Be patient with yourself while you learn. Okay? Cuz it wouldn't be normal if you just decided this is how I want to be and now I'm going to be that. You would be a robot. Okay? You would not be a normal person. I would have question marks about you. I would, genuinely. I'd be like, something's up with that. So don't judge yourself for having to unlearn something and having to become more comfortable with a new energy. I don't judge myself, you know. Even with all the healing and awareness I have, there's still a lot I have to unlearn too. And I'm okay with that, you know. Beautiful. Abundance is coming. Love it. Yeah, these cards are not like the best. I'll be honest, they're glow in the dark tarot cards, but like I think I might need to like lie them out or something. I don't know. They don't really glow in the dark. But the box does, so I feel like I don't know. Okay. Yeah, okay. Interesting. We have the 3, the 4, and the 5 of cups. So we have the 4 of cups here. So I feel like we're moving away from like rejection, fear. With the moon card, it's like this shadow work we're having to do with like giving, receiving, feeling like you have enough. Like there's shadow work being done there. There's transformation, transmutation. Yeah, it's like tower moment. Yes, tower moments are usually bad, I guess. But not with this, you know? Because for a lot of us, the tower we were in, the cycle that we were stuck in that kept us stagnant was worrying about money, focusing on our stability, focusing on what we're missing rather than what we have, you know? So that's not a bad tower to break yourself out of, right? So again, some of you, it's not going to feel right though. Some of you, you might judge yourself for giving yourself a day off. Some of you, it might be a knee jerk reaction to double check your bank account before you spend or whatever, you know? We're slowly going to be moving out of these patterns because they're not helping you, right? And know that it is going to take some time to break out of it. But yeah, it's like we're realizing that like it's like kind of like when you're stuck in an unhealthy relationship, obviously while you're in it and like whenever you first leave, it can be a little challenging and it can feel like this is wrong. How am I going to overcome this kind of thing? Hmm. What's going on there with the messages? I don't like that. Feels off. I'll block you if I have to. But anyways, but yeah, it can feel like that. Like even though you know you deserve better, even though you know there is better there, it can feel uncomfortable breaking out of that comfort zone. All right, let's get a couple more cards and then that'll be that. Look like a bot. Yeah, probably. Yeah, 7 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, the Devil card. I love it. Judgment. Yeah, so I feel like, sorry, that was really loud. Yeah, it did get deleted instantly, thank God. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and the Devil card. Obviously, all of this to me reads like fear, lack mentality. Because think about it, you wouldn't steal if you felt like you had everything you needed, you know? Like, you know, and some of you guys, like, this is what you're feeling or what you've been feeling. But now, like with the Devil, like we realize Judgment card, those were false attachments. You know, like you aren't your money. You know, like whether you're rich or poor, that's not you. You are your soul. You know what I mean? You are love and light, right? So it's like we're realizing our truth here, who we really are. Let me pull on just this final bit here, just one more card. Yeah, King of Swords. It's like we are slicing through any falsehood, okay? And we're realizing our truth now. Okay. And what's cool with the King of Swords coming out with that is like you're not letting other people's doubt or fears get you either. You know? Like even if other people are like, no, you need a savings. No, you need to, you know, check your bank account. You need to do this. You need to do that. You guys are realizing, no, I need to, you know, live in my truth and know that I am taken care of. Know that I have everything I need. It's a choice to like fall into like some sort of propaganda. You know what I mean? You don't have to. All right, let's get I'm just feeling some like one more couple more Moonology cards, just like final bits of advice for this transition. The advice I definitely suggest is, you know, if there's like a moment of doubt, fear, you know, letting your fear get the best of you, simply sit with it. You know, so for me, if I like get a little fearful about scarcity or something, sometimes I'll get like a lump in my throat, my chest might tighten, or like my stomach might drop. Wherever you feel it in your body, put your hand on it, or sometimes put your hand on your heart and just breathe into that space. So like imagine your breath being sent to your throat, your chest, your stomach, wherever. And that will allow it to transform and like get work through you rather than like telling you what to do. So instead of like acting on it, pause and feel it rather than like let it control you. You know what I mean? Also forcing yourself to have me days. So start small. You know, if you're not comfortable spending money, treating yourself, whatever, then, you know, maybe a me day is just like sitting at home watching some movies that you like. You know, maybe you could, you know, go up to, you know, get yourself dinner one night, you know, maybe buy yourself a nice little treat, you know, and just do little things that remind you that like your money can't control you. These external things can't decide how you're going to live your life. Reclaim your power. Period. All right, let's get some little bits of advice just to help you guys, you know, through that transition. And then I'll pull the card for the what's your name? What is the name? Bobby? Okay. And yeah, make sure you guys, if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, definitely subscribe. That helps the channel grow. And you know, check out my website. That's where you can like get your the newsletter, sign up, and also where I have like some online classes and ceremonies, all that good stuff. All the stuff is in the description box, you know. But let's talk about the advice because I'm obsessed with it. Step out of your comfort zone. So for those of you that's that fear, that lack, get away from it. Tell yourself, and like if you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm broke," literally fix that. Okay? Fix how you're speaking about yourself because you're only going to create that energy you don't want, you know. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. I'm telling you. And Capricorn's about business. Okay, I'm an Aquarius, but the amount of Capricorn placements I have is crazy. And I know that's where my money and my business savvy comes from, is those Capricorn placements. And expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So that's what I'm saying. Like a new chapter, new everything is coming through. Prosperity lies ahead. It's time to take action. Go towards your prosperity. Break out of your comfort zones, okay? All right, that is the new moon in Pisces energy. Let me just jot down the title for that before I move on, because as you guys see, I get distracted easily and I won't remember. Okay, so I would say this is breaking away from scarcity. Yeah. Leaving fear of, yeah, like fear of instability. You guys are seeing how the sausage is made. How exciting. Fear of instability, lack. It's like no more aligning with instability. Okay. Not attaching to the physical. All right. Well, anyways, we'll come up with something. Okay. So that has a nice ring to it. Thank you. Which one? I don't know. We'll get it together. The collective one. See, balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Yeah, some of us are like leaning too much on the physical, and you need to rely more on your soul. Too much on the mind, not enough soul. Okay, let's get some messages. Okay, for the Russia and Ukraine. Okay, so okay, do you want me to see like how it's gonna his intentions regarding the conflict in Ukraine? What are Vladimir Putin's intentions in regards to the conflict in Ukraine? Let me feel what I'm feeling real quick. I have a feeling that he's going to be an example. Okay. I mean, we'll see what comes out, but I'm just telling you what I feel from the heart. And again, not my mind, my heart. This is just what I'm feeling. He's, because somebody has to be an example, right? Like in America, Trump was our example, you know? And sometimes, it's a beautiful thing that's, see, like, look, we have the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Justice. Like, I think everything's going to be fine for people who are acting in a love and light way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's going to be an example for a lot of people, you know? So like I was saying, like Trump is the example in America, right? Like, he's not looking too good right now, right? Wouldn't be in his shoes, you know? And I feel like it's like almost a sacrificial lamb. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to be the villain. So that way we have more enlightenment, so we know which way not to move. So we know how to move in love and light. And sometimes people have to show you what it's like if you don't move in love and light. And I feel like he's going to be one of those people. That's how I feel. But let's pull a card. Let's see what comes out. Yeah, it's like somebody's got to be an example. And it's him. That's exactly, because him and like Trump are friends. Like, look at his friends. They ain't looking too hot. You know what I mean? Same with Israel, too. It's coming out. Because that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's the end, but it's because things have to be cleared. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the people that are being obliterated that need to be cleared. It's not that. It's people that don't move in love and light. You gotta, like, you can't just act like that. That's crazy. Because think about it this way. Think about it in this perspective. Think about it as a soul. We use Earth to evolve, grow, and learn. No matter how big and bad any human thinks they are, we're not just handing over Earth so it can be destroyed and no one can live on it and no one can like evolve and grow there anymore. That's not sustainable, because if we had a world that was ruled by people like, Vladimir and Trump and all them, it would be a very awful place. There would be a select few who would be, in good graces, right? But that's not the world we would live in. You know what I mean? And humans would not be able to, it wouldn't be sustainable, emotionally, spiritually, right? Sometimes through situations like that, people rise up, but nah, it's because we're getting back, because the new earth is already here, right? And we're getting back to the energy of, fairness, listening to your heart, abundance, blessings for everybody. So whenever other people aren't trying to operate in that way and they think they can bully their way to getting what they want, nobody is stronger than the universe. Nobody's stronger than source. Nobody is stronger than pure unconditional love. You know what I mean? No amount of hate can wipe out love, right? That's why gay people were being gay back in the day. No amount of hate against them would stop them from being who they are. That's why interracial couples were still a thing. That's why people were hiding Jewish people back in the Holocaust. No amount of fear, hate can wipe out love. It's just not possible. But love can always wipe out hate. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? Let's pull a card though, because I still haven't pulled a card about it. The Fool. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was funny though, because he's like a fool. Trump looks like a fool right now. You know what I'm saying? People who spread hate like that are fools. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's why I don't get offended when people like try to be racist. I'm like, if that's what you think you can come at me with, this bottom of the barrel stuff, I can't even be offended. I'm offended that you think I'm offended, and I'm questioning your intelligence. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. He's a fool. You know, it's like he's walking himself off a cliff. You know why? Because he has so much attachment to these physical things. His ego is running him. You know what I'm saying? Running him. There's no fulfillment, and there never will be when your ego is at the seat. You know what I'm saying? That's just not gonna, it's not gonna work out for him. Just like look at Trump, like I just said. It ain't looking good for him either. You know what I'm saying? That's because we cannot have a world operated in ego, fear, and hate. You know, and it's not to say that these things are bad, because they're not. Everything is love, right? At the end of the day, these things show us how life would be if we didn't listen. These things show us how the world would be if we listen to our ego, if we listen to fear and doubt and hate. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, because think about it this way, like, Israel looks crazy to me, blowing up the Palestinians like that. To me, that reeks of insecurity. Because think about it this way, if you felt confident in your country and your control over the Palestinians and Gaza and whatever, because I'm not even informed like that. I'm not a political person. I don't know, but I just know what's right in my heart, you know? And it's like, if you felt like you had control over a group of people, if you felt like you were big boss, you wouldn't be acting like that. You wouldn't feel the need to treat people like that and obliterate them like that. That is insecurity. It's like a bully in the schoolyard. You're insecure, dog, and I'm not a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Russia, you look crazy right now. That big old country, and you want to take over Ukraine? What? Go home. What are you doing? This is weird. Go get a job or something. Go start crocheting. Like, somebody needs a hobby, because people are getting too bored. And that's the thing. That's what happens whenever your ego is driving you. It will never be fulfilled, right? And you will look like a fool running and running and running until you jump off a cliff, letting your ego drive you there. That's why fucking, what's his name? Hold on. That's why Hitler killed himself. You know what I'm saying? His ego got him into such a mess. And then he was like, well, you know, and it's just insane. That's what it would lead to for all of them, you know? And I don't wish that on anybody. I've been in that space where I felt that way, you know? But that's because I was listening to my ego, you know? I need that as a soundbite. I'm offended that you think I'm offended. I'm questioning your intelligence. But it's true. It's like, I don't care about any of that. Because, like I said, I'm not attached to this ego and this physical stuff. And some people are so attached to it that they think that if they have certain things, it makes them better than people. It makes them fulfilled. It makes them feel safe and stable. That's why you find that stability in your heart, in your soul, in your passion, in your fulfillment, not in this physical stuff, because you'll never find that fulfillment. That's why there's some people who, you know, are freaking millionaires and then doing all this tax, like that Chrisley family. Y'all how rich? And you're doing all this behind the scenes shady shit because you're not fulfilled. And you'd rather leave your whole family behind than take care of your business and be honest. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, say you're not on such a level like Vladimir or whatever. If I let my ego and my attachment to physical things guide me, I would never leave my server job. I would never go towards my business full time. I would be scared. Or I would go towards this physical validation, which would lead me awry, you know? And that's what's happened with Vladimir and Trump and whoever else wants to talk about it. Y'all look crazy. And hopefully you get yourself together. But most of the time, usually it's like, and that's why I kind of appreciate these people, because it's a hard task. Not me exposing my belly, but anyways, it's a hard task to be the villain. You know, it is. even though in their human selves and ego selves they think they're doing the right thing or they think they're cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, it is a hard task. You know what I mean? Like with Trump, like if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have had Black Lives Matter. We wouldn't have been so aware of police brutality, of, the white supremacy that still existed in America. Like we needed him to show his ass so it could shine a spotlight on that shit. You know? It's crazy he decided to run for president. That's insane. He had a very nice plush life, but his ego got the best of him. Him and Barack going back and forth, he was like, I'm going to be president. And now he's the worst president of the United States. You know? You guys remember that on Jimmy Fallon? Barack Obama was reading tweets because, like, Jimmy Fallon does that. I think it's Jimmy Fallon. Who cares? But he has people read tweets that people say about him. And Donald Trump was like, oh, Barack Obama, he's going to be known as the worst president. He's going to go down in history as the worst president in the United States. And then Barack Obama was like, well, at least I will go down in history as the president of the United States. And so Trump's little ego riled him up. I know this is exactly how it happened. I know exactly, you know, but his ego got him riled up and got him looking stupid as hell and got him in the office. And he thought he was a cool guy, and now look at him. The shit is real. The shit is going to catch up to you. Like, it is what it is. And, some people will follow their ego to the death and look like a fool. And that's what Putin and all his friends are doing. So, we appreciate their hard work because it helps us clear it. So that way we don't have to deal with it in the future. So, everyone say thank you because it is hard work. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Okay, first of all, Bobby, you better make sure you subscribe to me because I will be offended if you don't. Because I did your card pull. And I also went into it, so follow me, subscribe, whatever. But yeah, subscribe, like the video, comment, all the good stuff. If you'd like to join my newsletter, go to avianasascension.com. The link is in the description box for my website. And if you just scroll down to the bottom, you can join my newsletter. I do send out a I send out an exclusive guided meditation for anyone who signs up. So that's a little bonus for you. And it's just like, for me, it's like a newspaper for my spiritual synchronicities and awarenesses and just things I learn throughout the couple weeks. So I am the boss. That's true. But yeah. So join the newsletter. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got a few, online classes and stuff, online ceremonies I'm doing this week. So, that's just like guided meditations, the vibe. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and eat. I haven't eaten in a while, but I wanted to do this first and then I would get myself grounded. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see y'all next time. Yep, that's it. I'm leaving. Okay, bye.